Hey everyone, welcome back to Bow Tech Live. As promised a couple weeks ago, we are going to join Dogg today on setting up his bow. Last week we weren't able to, but I had you join me on the big announcement for the deer sweeps.
Yeah, in Illinois.
In Illinois, you know, the couple weeks before you had the honor of launching the elk sweeps with everybody. You know, I wanted to bring you in. Kind of lined up with TechTalk, but it was pretty big news. I know you were a little bummed that you didn't get to set your bow up.
Yeah, it's been a couple weeks.
Been a couple weeks. And it's been more than that because I promised your bow a long time ago. But he has it now, and then so basically Rod's going to walk us through from start to finish setting up his bow. And a lot of people ask how he sets up his bow, little things we do he does differently or not. He's done a little work on it already. I think he set his draw length and everything else.
I got my draw length set.
But
basically, it's about it.
It's about it. So we'll go through setting up the cams, setting up the timing, everything that, you know, a few weeks ago, I think about a month ago, we kind of walked through that on another bow. Yeah. But Rod's going to tune this bow to him. I'm not going to mess with it at all. I'm not going to shoot it because I'm awful. No, we still got to shoot against each other.
I know, we got 3D targets set out back there.
Oh, we're going to do it. I know Nolan, our AV designer, graphic designer, is always asking us, when are we going to do it? So I think I'm up for it. I got to actually practice a little bit. I'll get my bow, my hunting bow set up. We'll go hunting bow. How about that?
Yeah, I got my target bow sitting
Oh, no, we're going to go hunting bow. We're going to go straight hunting bow. All right.
I'll just use this one.
We're going to use this one. So maybe I should set it up for you.
Yeah.
Got to equal the playing field a little bit. All right. Walk us through this bad boy, Dogg. I know you got your Realm altitude bow sitting here, right?
It's pretty fresh. First thing, I just strung and cabled it and set my draw length already. I've got it in the comfort setting because I'm a sissy.
Oh, I use mine in the comfort setting as well. I mean, what poundage bow is this?
It's a 60.
A 60, okay.
And yeah, I really like the comfort setting. Feels real good on the draw.
But it has plenty of power too.
Still got plenty of power. I shoot a ACC arrow off of it that I've shot off of all my 60-pound bows forever.
Sure.
So
great arrow. Yeah. It's been around a while. It's been one of the big arrows
forever. I brought
forever.
one of those just in case we did this today.
We're gonna. Yep. Perfect. Perfect.
Right. So this bow actually has timing marks on the cams. I don't know if you can see it. The cables run through it. Can you see that? All right. And if you'll notice, the bottom cam is slightly more advanced than the top cam. All right. Now normally this wouldn't have a D loop on it already, but it already has one on it. So I'm going to show you how to measure that with a T-square.
Good old T-square.
Got to have a T-square. You slide it on there, and you split your holes at the bottom of it, which is 0, and you're approximately 1/8 of an inch higher than 0 on your top knot. So that's where I usually start. That's just a starting point.
Sure. That's a good question because a lot of people ask. I know we interviewed Tim Gillingham just the other day on Target Tuesday, and one of the questions he was asked is where he lines that arrow up. So you started out dead through the center, the bottom through the center, right?
And then an 1/8 inch above is where your top knot should be.
Okay. And that's just to accommodate the knock, basically, at the top.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Easy enough.
So we've got the timing marks are pretty close, and now we're going to hit it with a laser. Make sure our cam lean is laser tuned. So we'll start at the top here, and we'll slide it over, and it should be right on that ring.
Okay.
Right.
Yep. So we might be able to see that from the other way.
So now you should be able to see it up top. It should be right on that bearing right there.
Yep. So you are right there.
So it's right on the money. I'm not even going to have to repress this bow. So.
Perfect.
As long as my timing's on.
Right.
All right.
Right.
So we've got it laser tuned. Now we can check our timing, and I have a pull down scale. It checks the weight, the timing, the let off, everything all at once. Draw length, does it all at once. So let me go around here. You got it? Okay. I'll just hook it into that D loop.
Nolan's a professional, Rod. He's always with you.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He'll be ready to go.
He's pretty good. So this will check my draw length and everything. I've got this measured out with the gauge so we know it's good. My scale up here is calibrated once a month, so it's perfect.
And this isn't a run-of-the-mill fish scale that you see a lot. This
No,
is a
this is
calibrated digital scale.
Yeah, I wish I had one at home.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right.
You might not get away with your fishing tails, though, if you're going to use this for a fish scale.
Yeah. So I'm going to draw this bow nice and slow, and it'll show me the weight up there. And it is 63.2 pounds, which is perfect for my arrow, which is 318 grains, by the way. And then we'll just keep drawing it until we can see our draw stop posts hitting our cables, and they have to be exactly the same. So it looks like they're exactly the same. So I don't have to press this bow again. It's ready. It's ready for an arrow rest now. I've got my D-loop tied where I need it. Now I'm going to put an arrow rest on it. So we come back around the other side. So I got my arrow rest
All right,
over
I'll get
here.
out of your way.
And a pull cord. This is one of my favorite rests to use. It's pretty easy to tune. We like our new ripcord stuff too.
Mm-hmm. That max rest is great, limb driven.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. And
We might have to get you one of those, though, so you don't have to use these rests anymore.
yeah, you're gonna have a hard time talking me out of one of these. All right, let's get that tight. And it's got a little set screw in it. We'll just snug that up.
And do you recommend, I know some people don't use the set screw, do you recommend making sure you use that set screw?
I do use it if I don't have two bolts.
Okay,
I mean,
good point.
You can use two bolts in here, and one of them has to be a head like that.
The socket head cap,
so
like
it
that.
clears the other bolt.
Okay, good point.
So, but it's just easier to do that.
There you go. Those rests only come with one screw, so you may not have, unless you've been around a while and have a parts kit, you may not have an extra screw.
Yeah, but if you can do it, you can put two screws in.
Perfect.
And then always hold pressure down when you tighten both screws so gravity doesn't get you later in life.
I can relate to that.
All right, so here's a pull cord. Hopefully it's long enough. Looks good. And we got a little knot there. I like that knot better. All right, so we'll just wrap this around the limb, tie it in. I'm not going to do a superhuman one right this minute.
Sure. So you're just tying a clove hitch in there, right?
Yep.
Regular old clove hitch.
So then we'll just snug that down, slide it up here so it don't go anywhere. Make sure it's tight. It's pretty tight.
Yep.
All right. So, hey man, it almost wasn't long enough, was it? And you got this little screw right here. We'll back that out. Don't lose it. Okay. So we got the cord on. It's ready to tie in, but the first thing I'm going to do is get one of my arrows that I'm going to tune this bow to. It's over here. It's straight.
Good old ACC.
Yeah, it's a good one. All right, so then we're going to sit this up here on the rest.
How long have you had that ACC arrow?
20 years probably.
There you go. That shows you how good ACCs are. 20 years.
Yeah. So, when the T-square was on here, we were splitting those holes down the center, and you can see that it's pretty close. But, it's pretty close. I might have to leave it there for the first shot. Then we'll take anything, an Allen wrench. You can use your T-square if you want, and come off the shelf and slide it up there, and you should have the same measurement all the way through.
You're squaring her up to the riser.
Right.
Okay.
Or you can use your finger and go to the back side of the window. Just barely touch your arrow shaft. And then go to the front side of the window. It should be about the same.
Little makeshift slide rule, right?
Yes. And if you want to get real crazy about it,
Let's get crazy, Rod.
you get another arrow shaft, and you can set it up against that window shelf, and you can tell that it is pretty straight all the way down.
There you go. I don't know if they can get a shot of that.
There you go. Can you see that?
Yeah. That's even better because you can get down here and make sure your gap all the way out there.
You can look at quite a distance and see that it's pretty even, so it's close. I think we're going to get a bullet hole.
Let's see.
All right. We put a tool away here. And now we'll finish tying this down to the rest. I hope this is long enough. I might need another hand on this one, Todd.
All right. I'll get in there and I'll hold that bad boy down for you.
It ain't gonna do it. It's not gonna do it. I might have to get a longer piece.
Yeah, because you're not going to have enough for your knot. Fortunately, you have some rope, right? All right, guys, we're back. Rod has a fresh piece of cord.
It's really long.
It'll be a little easier to work with, so.
So when it's over, I'm going to end up cutting some off.
That's what you want to do, though.
That's something.
All right.
All right, so let's
So we're going to go back to our clove hitch.
Let's get this thing looped around here. Tie it in. Cinch it down. And we'll pull it this way first, and then back this way. Tight.
All right, she's tight.
I don't think it's going anywhere.
I'll hold your rest down for you.
So now, see all the extra?
Yeah.
Isn't that sweet? And we'll just snug the screw down.
All right, that's how it's supposed to be.
And we'll just put that like that and get it
Just
out
for
of the
now.
way. Now we'll go back to our scale because you want to make sure this arrow rest comes all the way up. Sometimes these will be too tight or too loose.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go back around here and put it on the scale. And it's lifting pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't lift it all the way up. See? It's almost too tight. I got it too tight. Should be up.
Yep.
So we'll adjust again. I think I can do it right here.
Just ever so slightly.
Just a little bit less than what it's got.
I'll hold this for you.
There you go. It should have done it right there.
There you go. What's the tune on that, Nolan?
It's A minor. All right. I forgot you play guitar too. Don't you?
Nolan does too.
Really?
Yep.
Shoot, we should have the Bowtech jam session.
There you go.
All right, let's try it again.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, it looks good, and I got a loose cable.
Yep.
That's good. Yep. All right, we're ready to take a shot.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let me get my release.
All right, we're back on the test range. You've got your...
Here's the paper tuner, and
Yep.
I got a spider target behind there. It's capable of stopping a crossbow.
And if you've been following along Tech Talk pretty much the last couple years, we come here pretty often. But one thing I wanted to talk about is Doggett's release. So it makes a big difference when you're shooting the bow. One, you want to make sure you have your release that you're going to be shooting because it makes a difference. Because we were doing a tune not too long ago, and I was using a different release, and I couldn't get the bow to tune. To shoot through paper. Rod could get it to shoot through paper. I switched to his release, and I was able to shoot through paper because he had it set it up.
The caliper is going to let go of that D-loop differently than that hook release. So.
Right. Yeah, so you definitely want to make sure you're not going to switch releases. So whatever you plan on using in the field, hunting with, shooting target with, is what you want to tune your bow with, because you don't want to you don't want to tune your bow, go to the field, and it shoot totally different. I mean, that's a big deal. So all right, so we've got your paper set up here. As you saw, we were in there. Rod got the height set, the center shot set. So let's see what this does through paper.
All right, now if you hear some popping and cracking, it's not the bow. Don't panic. It's elbows, shoulders. Seriously.
There's some in there. I heard it.
Did you hear it? Yeah, I think that peep sight's about right too. Oh no, didn't like that one.
Oh.
I didn't like that one.
So you have, let's take a look at that real quick so where the camera can see it.
That's a pretty right tear.
Yep, so right tear.
That's a right tear.
So what we'll do is we'll shoot it one more time and then we will take her on the range because Rod set the laser tune on it, but that may not be the perfect position for him because he might induce just a little torque in the hand or hold it a little differently. Different grip, yeah, because he's used to our old style grip for the longest time on your destroyer, right? This is a different grip, so it's gonna sit in his hand a little differently. So let's shoot another one, see what it does, then we may have to go do a little tweaking on our overdrive binary.
I thought it was gonna be perfect. That's way better, but
it's better. We're still
not
right.
Close.
Yep.
Still a right hand tear.
Yep. So let's go back to your press. We're gonna make Nolan follow us in there again. Let's hit the press and let's show them how we're gonna fine tune this with the overdrive binary system.
Yeah.
So let's do it.
Sounds good.
We'll meet you at the press.
All right. All right. So out on the range, I had a right hand tear in this
Sorry about
bow.
that. You caught me on the phone. I was checking a message there.
Playing with your Texan. Yeah. Okay. I had a right hand tear through paper out on the range, which is kind of unusual for me, but this grip is completely different.
Well, you're an unusual guy sometimes, so you never know. That creaking and popping might play into this a little bit too.
Well, you've seen on the second shot, I didn't creak. So
okay, that's true. You get
it's all out in the first shot.
All those bones got settled in a little bit.
All the cartilage is where it's supposed to be. All right, so.
I'll move over here.
Being that I had a right hand tear, I'm going to adjust my right hand bus cables, and I have to do them evenly on both sides. All right, so I'm going to press it just enough to relax things.
Right. And the easiest way to remember, just like Rod said, right tear, twist the right side, left tear, twist the left side, because we're walking that string. We're twisting the right side, but we're walking the string just a hair to the left.
Correct.
Right? So right hand tear, right side, left hand tear, left side.
All right, so I'm only going to put one twist in each one of these.
And you're doing equal on the top and bottom because you've already set your timing.
Already timed, so after I get done and get a bullet hole through paper, I'm going to laser tune it to see where it actually tunes for me.
Okay.
Because everybody's going to be different. So.
And that's good to know too in the field when you go into the field. If something happens by chance, you can check it and see if you're off, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So now we can go try it again, see if we haven't touched the rest or anything, so we're just adjusting with the bus cables.
All right, we're gonna head back to the range again.
Here we go. All right.
All right, we are back again. Rod made those fine-tune adjustments. So, in theory, that should be good to go because when you shot and all your cartilage got settled in, it was just a very, very minor tear. So let's see what it does this time.
All right, let's give it another shot.
Got a fresh piece of paper down there?
Got a fresh piece of paper. Hopefully, we got her. I don't have a wrist sling on here yet either.
Uh-oh. I might have to catch it for you. Oh yeah, no popping. We should be good.
That's pretty
Wow,
close.
it's pretty close. Let's shoot one more. Let's shoot one more. I'll get out of the camera
Actually,
way.
I don't think I want
Nah, we're done. We're done.
I don't want to change nothing there.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my hand. Maybe you can see back there, but that's a perfect bullet hole at that point.
You can tear it off and bring it up closer.
Oh, let's do that. Yep. There you are, sir.
All right.
That's your. You can show it off. I'll get your arrow for
I
you.
don't know if the camera will pick that up, but there is a hole with 3 fletches.
Here, I'll put my gray behind there a little bit.
There you go. So all we did to this bow after the initial setup was just because my hand in this grip is different than what I'm normally used to shooting. But all we did to this bow after initial setup was put one twist in the right side of these bus cables.
Right.
And so it's still in time. And if I'm going to do anything else to this bow, I'm going to put a laser on it and see exactly where it's laser tuning for me.
Right.
And then remember.
Yep. Remember, that's something you might want to note, throw in your kit for you. Right?
Yeah, if you're out hunting or something and you got a big city with one of our dealers and he has a laser and you know something's messed up, and you might have to start over again. Go to that dealer and have him laser it to where you know your bow tunes.
Right, right. And that's I'm glad you mentioned that too. This is, we're the factory here. I whenever you're doing setup like this, especially if the bow needs pressed. This is something you definitely want to have your dealers do. We're showing you something, this is how your dealer would tune the bow for you. They are trained on the overdrive binary cam system, what it will do, how to do that. Yep, and they can do this really quickly for you. But we wanted Rod to walk through setting up his bow, how quick it'll set up for him. Realistically, we went a little slower than you would normally do. Really, how much if you weren't on camera and describing, what you do, how long would this really take you to tune or to set up from beginning to end?
Probably without being strung or strung first.
Strung, ready to go. Let's say you pull the bow out of the box.
If I got this bow strung, it probably
usually Rod will build his own bow here, so which is a pretty cool advantage.
It'd probably take me 5 minutes
to tune it. Right, and really that's what it did. Set the rest, set the height, check the timing. We came in here.
3 shots.
Right.
Total.
Right.
So it's pretty simple.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, you were ready to go. You finally have your new bow. It's set up, ready to go. So
I'm going to put a sight on it probably, and then we'll have to do that 3D.
Yep. I think we're going to get ready. I'm going to get my bow set up. I have my turkey one at home. We'll shoot that. It's 60 pounder, so it's ready to go.
No rangefinders.
No rangefinder. That works for me. You got me beat then. I'm out of practice. So.
We got a Bigfoot out back, by the way.
I'm ready. We're going to do it. They do a 3D league. Well, I appreciate you walking us through that, Rod. That was awesome. One, to be able to get you your bow, get it set up.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. I'm ready.
Awesome.
Hunting season's right around the corner.
It is. It's coming up quick. How many days? I think it was 66 days the last time we met. I mean,
it's close. Let's see, 24th.
2 months really almost.
24th of August.
Yep. Man, I'm ready. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
Awesome.
I drew an extra deer tag this year.
Yeah.
Too. Found out yesterday. So.
Well, let's talk about that. I mean, we had, we're talking about deer hunting and elk hunting we do out there a lot, but we have 2 big things we have going on right now.
Yeah, we got Colorado, all expense paid hunt, bow, everything
elk
you
hunt,
need.
Man.
Everything you need in Colorado.
Yeah, with our own Nate Zielinski. So if you've not checked him out, which I don't know why you wouldn't have, but make sure you check out our Big Game with Nate Zielinski. He's a wealth of knowledge. We're going to have a lot of good content coming up. Him and I have been talking a little bit. I've seen some video of some of the scouting he's doing. He sent me one yesterday on a bull. That's it's going to be a good one. So I think that's going to be a neat one. They're going to work. So the lucky winner of that one will be working with Nate. And
then we got the Illinois deer hunt.
Illinois deer hunt, man. That just came out last week. You had the honor of announcing that one as well. So that one's going to be with Mike Straw from Savage Outdoors in the one. And
the only problem is we can't
win it. I've hunted with Mike before, but it was in Texas with his crew there. And I would check him out. Go on Facebook, go on Instagram, and watch the shows, definitely. But, man, those deer are crazy. If you go to the website where you can join on bowtecharchery.com, we put up some cool pictures on there. One, it's going to be the ranch, Grigsby Ranch, where you're hunting. 2, is some of the deer that have been taken there, and also there's some trail cam footage on there. I don't know if you've checked it out yet. But
I haven't looked at it yet.
Yeah,
I'm afraid to look at it because I can't.
I know. Same thing. I was building those pages, and Nolan was putting together the images, and we're like, oh my gosh, look at the deer on the. Yeah, I'm a little.
This is an all expense paid trip.
It is. We're going to take care of it. Yep. So. We'll get you there, your tags, your meals, your lodging. It's going to be on Bowtech Archery, so. Man, it's a good deal. We're going to make it easy for you to enter. All you need to do is text HUNT to 77453. You'll get a text. It'll have a link in there. You go to that link. It'll take you to our webpage where you can enter. We have, and it's a landing page, so you can do the whitetail hunt, and you can also enter the elk hunt. You can't win them both, but you can enter them both. We're going to give you a little quiz, a little 3-second quiz, and really there's no wrong answers, but it's for us to learn a little bit about all of you as hunters, and what kind of content we can deliver to all of you as far as
what you want to know.
What you want to know if you're a new hunter or newer hunter. We have a lot of cool content, a lot of information like what Rod's doing here about basic bow setup and tuning and things like that. But if you're also an expert, we have some great content from Nate Zielinski, Randy Newberg on the elk hunting side as well, Mike Stroff, the Heartland bow hunter guys. We're going to be shooting you a lot of that content because even as an expert, there might be a little bit of tips and tricks and things like that you can pick up from these guys. So if you're in Canada, you can't do the text. All you need to do is go to bowtecharchery.com. There's a banner up there that you can click on and get on there to be able to enter both. Here in the U.S., you can text HUNT to 77453. Get in there, take those pop quizzes. At the end, you can enter to win one of those hunts, man.
I'd like to win it.
I would, man. I'm excited. But I'm excited to go hunting here. So,
yeah, me too.
But thanks again, Doggett, for walking us through that. I thank you all for joining us. Make sure you tune in the rest of the week. We have some great live content coming up. We have a lot of archery tournaments going on this weekend, so I'm sure I'll have a lot of cool stuff for you to share next week on Target Tuesdays. So until next time, have fun and shoot straight.
See ya.
Thanks, Dogg.
Thanks.